Hi, I'm here at the world-famous Rochester Shoe Tree Museum, where millions of visitors every year pay homage to the wonders of shoe treeology. Please, don't touch. Thank you. The shoe tree, some historians believe, was invented in England. Clever lot, those Brits. Many years later, the colonists brought them to America, where they promptly laid claim to the invention. This created a great deal of bad feeling back in England, and subsequently led to the start of the Revolutionary War. Well, maybe I exaggerate a little. But enough history. My purpose today is to help you, the professional shoe salesperson, sell more shoe trees, regardless of who invented them. In particular, I'm going to show you how to sell more Rochester shoe trees, called, appropriately enough, shoe keepers, because first and foremost, they protect the shoe buyer's investment. By the way, I have it on good authority that you can make a bundle selling these things. Top salespeople, the ones who make a habit of selling them, actually pocket $1,000 or $2,000 a year in commissions. Not too shabby. Now, before you can sell any product, you naturally need to know everything there is to know about it. What's to know about a shoe tree, you say? Isn't it just a hunk of wood, shaped and sanded, and then stuffed into a shoe? Well, in principle, yes. But in reality, a shoe keeper is no ordinary shoe tree. First off, a Rochester shoe tree is really a reusable last. And because it preserves the shape of the shoe, shoes fit better. Everlasting fit, you could say. Secondly, most are made of aromatic cedar. Delicious. It's like being inside a cedar closet. Third, they absorb damaging moisture. A key feature when you consider that shoes absorb about 5 grams of moisture a day. By the way, in case you didn't know how much 5 grams of water is, here's what it looks like. Fourth, a Rochester shoe tree flattens out the lining and the insoles. It's sort of like an iron. And fifth, it smooths out exterior wrinkles. And sixth, because it does 1 through 5 so incredibly well, it makes shoes last longer. So there you have it. What's that? Oh, almost forgot. The other thing customers will like hearing is that Rochester shoe trees come with a lifetime guarantee. Good for as long as they own their feet. Extraordinary little devils, aren't they? No wonder we take credit for inventing them. Well, now that you're an expert on the scientific propensities of forest-extracted, anatomically shaped portable shoe maintenance inserts, let's proceed to the best way to sell them. Okay, here's a typical customer looking for a pair of shoes. You approach, you find out what he wants, you make the sale. Simple. Then you sell him a shoe tree, right? Wrong. Many salespeople have discovered that the best time to start selling a shoe tree is during the shoe sale. For example, you've found out what shoe your customer wants, and then what? You go to get it. Have you ever timed how long it takes to go into the stockroom and get a pair of shoes? 3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes of dead time, when your customer is just sitting there, twiddling his thumbs, looking for something to do. Try filling the dead time by handing him a shoe tree. While you're gone, he can touch it and smell it. He can read the hang tag, which will tell him all about the benefits of a shoe tree. A lot of trees are sold this way. Of course, a lot aren't. You may want to try a more subtle approach. Okay, you've brought your customer her shoes, and then what? She walks away to find a mirror to see how they look. That presents another opportunity. While the customer is gone, slip a shoe tree into one of her old shoes. Always keep a couple of sizes handy. When she returns, she'll notice it and ask you why you did it. Aha, a chance to go through your sales pitch. A chance to point out to her how much better her old shoe looks. She can't help but notice. A lot of trees are sold this way. Of course, a lot aren't. Here's a technique that's a personal favorite of mine. It's the old throw your sport coat on the floor trick. How does it work? Like this. Well, don't try this at home. Ta-da! You've got to admit, throwing your sport coat on the floor would be hard for anyone to ignore. Your customer may not ask you point blank why you did it, but you know he's going to be curious. If he doesn't say anything, try something like, "You're probably bursting with curiosity about why I just did that. Well, I did it to show you why you need a shoe tree. You see, a shoe tree for a shoe is like a hanger for a sports jacket. Both of them make things look good. I'm sure you use a hanger for your sports jackets. I thought so. Now, we don't really expect you to make a habit of throwing your sport coat on the floor. But it's always a good idea to point out that a shoe tree for a shoe is like a coat hanger for a coat. A lot of shoe trees are sold this way. Of course, a lot aren't. What else? Oh, yes, the wrap desk. Now, some salespeople say, never but never try to sell a customer a shoe tree at the wrap desk. When the plastic comes out, the sale is closed, they say. Well, that's okay for them, but there are a whole lot of other salespeople who swear that the wrap desk is the perfect place to sell a shoe tree. Now, these folks never miss a trick. They present the shoe trees in the customer's new shoes. And then they say something like, shoe trees protect your investment. So, of course, you'll want them. They also refer to stuff like this to reinforce what they're saying. I guess the overall point of my standing here is to convince you that shoe trees can be an easy sale, and that there isn't one right way to sell them. In fact, there are probably as many ways to sell them as there are salespeople. Is there some secret, though, some principle common to every successful approach? As a matter of fact, there is. Be enthusiastic. When you talk enthusiastically and confidently about a shoe tree, the customer starts to regard you not simply as a shoe salesman. He sees you as a shoe care expert as well, as someone he can trust to recommend the right accessories, shoe trees, polish, brushes, whatever. Enthusiasm. That's what sells more of these funny little things than anything else. Remember, too, that you have to size up each customer to figure out the best way to sell him or her a shoe tree. Some will buy them because they add life to their shoes. Others, women in particular, will buy them because they help to maintain the shoe's original appearance. Well, still others will buy them because they make shoes more comfortable. And, of course, a lot of people will buy them for any combination of these reasons. Oh, yeah, and they make great gifts, too. Thanks. Now, before I go, let's recap the 7 virtues of Rochester shoe trees. Number 1, they fit better, so shoes feel better. 2, most are made of aromatic cedar. 3, they absorb moisture. 4, they flatten out linings and insoles. 5, they smooth out exterior wrinkles. 6, they make shoes last longer. And 7, they're guaranteed for life. Don't forget to mention all this great stuff to your customers. Once you do, and once you get in the habit of using the selling techniques we've talked about, you'll be surprised how many of these things you'll sell, and how many of these things you'll make. Heck, you may even sell them to everyone who comes in looking for a pair of shoes. Well, almost everyone.